Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Thornton Farm for the penultimate time. Today we are going to be setting off pretty much everything in the industrial estate. I have got myself an autoloader semi-trailer, popped it on the back of the Tatra we were using in episode 47, and yeah, we're gonna go around picking up all of the pallets. I've also emptied out the pallet storage areas so that this can be done. I haven't done what I said I'd do, which was edit the map so that I could sell off the compost. That's just gonna stay there forever, I guess. I will get a tractor in there in a second to move the big manure spreader. So now I need to go over here, and you can see that I've made quite a mess, some unintentionally. Because I need to. There we go. You could hear the tapping as I was trying to get this all to start working in the correct way and have pallets selected. So let's start loading up the truck. I know in real life you'd use a forklift for this, but I don't have a forklift, so this is the easiest way to do it. Also in real life, I don't know if you'd ever actually see a truck that had this many pallets on it. Well, you would actually. I've seen truckloads of pallets arriving or going around. There is one more pallet that needs to be picked up. And it's going to be over here. Oh, there's actually a few. Oh, do I have? Should have space on the trailer here for the final four. 1, 2. Yeah. There's actually room for a fifth. 3, 4. It is time to stop work position, unload onto the trailer itself, and lock them down. I've somehow managed to lose. Okay, okay, I'll come back and collect that in a minute. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to bring this over to the sell point. You can see one thing I never mentioned is the auto load conveyor belt that I've got tends to get a bit angry when I leave it in the spawn point of the compost, the compost master. I've never mentioned that because I just never really. I figured somebody would point out that that thing always seems to be in a different position. Nobody actually did. I'm gonna grab a tractor real quick. Hopefully there's one over at the farm. This'll do. You can see that I've caused a bit of mayhem around here just by doing whatever mowing I need to do to pick up the grass, enough grass for the cows, I should say. We only ever got up to, I think, 42, 43 cows, as I started doing them so late in the series. I will say the West Coast, we will be starting off with about 50 cows. So, I'm gonna preemptively, you know, say that we'll be doing a lot of cows on the West Coast, a lot of cow work. Please tell me this is the correct attacher. It does. Fantastic. Also somehow unimpressed. There we go. It's probably that this thing just doesn't have much weight to it. The grasshopper. There you go, you can roll off in whatever way you want. The aim here was to free up the truck. Or free up the way for the truck. And I've just realized that I have quite a lot of wood chips to get rid of as well, so I might get a second Flegel AWS trailer just to get rid of the wood chips. Because I would like to sell absolutely everything off when we got about 200,000 litres. Actually, how much wood chips do we have? Because it should appear in the prices menu here. Wood chips, 162,000 litres of wood chips we have. So a small amount of wood chips, like 4,000 or 5,000, isn't worth much, but 162,000 is going to be worth a lot. And I've also made the decision today's Monday, my usual recording day, I've made the decision that whatever we end up with here is going to be moving straight over to the west coast. In terms of money, I've got the equipment chosen, but I'm going to port the money over just for funsies. And we'll see what happens there. Because that'll just give me a nice little buffer at the start to allow for any mistakes I've made with my choice of equipment. It'll also allow for some rapid growth into like pigs and stuff, because I got the starter farm planned, and it doesn't involve pigs, but you know, I wouldn't be averse to doing pigs other than the fact that they don't really do all that much. You don't get much from pigs. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this, but I need to get this over into the sell point, which is in the town here. And in hindsight, maybe I should have used the man truck. I might swap to a man truck from the Tatra. I know it'll cost a bit of money, but this truck is actually a bit too long for its own good. So I think that the best course of action is to get completely stuck, because I forgot to hit the brakes in time. The best course of action is going to be going around this way, hitting the rubbish bin over, like that. Oh, the lid's not a separate piece. That's a bit of a shame, actually. Okay, the truck is now stuck, so I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna swap the Tatra out for a man truck, and the Tatra should be down over here somewhere. Hopefully, maybe... Where's the Tatra? There we go. The reason I don't like that one is it's a 6x6. It's a bit too long. I'd much prefer the man 4x4. The TGS 18480. So we'll just buy that. We're down to £250,000. Oh no, we're running out of money. No, we're not. We're really not. We've got an excessive amount of money. But you can see this is going to have a lot less room to go crazy. It's a shorter wheelbase, which means it should be a bit more maneuverable. You can see the drive shaft spinning away there as it's up at speed now, 82, 83 kilometers an hour. We'll slow it down when we get to the roundabout. In fact, we might just... Will I jump the roundabout? No, let's slow it down for the roundabout here. The drive shaft stopped for a second there. I'm not entirely sure what happened. Let's put this into four-wheel drive with diff locks on, just so that I can... I don't know if I can get around that bin. So let's move that out the way. I think that was causing some issues with attaching. Also, my own driving is causing some issues with attaching. In theory, I should be able to attach, but I'm just approaching it from all the wrong angles. Okay, this should be a good angle here. Maybe. Perhaps. Perchance. Yes, we got it attached at such a weird angle that I think the truck might actually be stuck again. Nope. I've shuffled it out. So I've got a plan here. You can see the sell point is off over there. And my plan is I'm going to reverse the truck in. which is going to call on all of my reversing skills ever. Let's see how we do here. Oh, this this has gone a lot better than I'd anticipated. So that is the sell point. We're gonna have to see here for a little while this sells off. We should be rolling in money. And actually what I want to do while that's happening is go back over here at chicken speed. Stupid fast, because I don't know if there's a tractor. Well, there would be a tractor over there, but let's get back over to the industrial estate because there's a couple more things I want to do. So over here then we have, I want to actually go ×3, some honey, and that needs to go over to here. Is there a tractor in the main yard that I could use for this? Massey. So what I'm going to do with the Massey is I'm going to get the other trailer on, one that we were using for bales, because the honey conveniently is on pallets, which can also conveniently be auto-loaded. You can see the money's still in fact going up because of the pallet sales that are currently ongoing. Downside of that is that pallets are maybe a bit insanely expensive. And by maybe I mean absolutely a bit insanely expensive. And by a bit I mean a lot. But what I want to do here is bring this into the industrial estate, load up the honey onto this trailer, and then just leave the trailer over in the honey sell point. So what I want to do is work position. Oh. Why is it not letting me? Interesting. It's now not telling me what I'm trying to auto-load. I think auto-load script v2 or 1 is interfering with this script. Because there are technically two different versions of the auto-load script being used now, and I think this one's somehow loaded an older one. Would I be right in saying there's a error somewhere? No. Interesting. So we're going to have to try and load this up with pallets just by guesswork. And by guesswork I mean XZ, 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 XZ. Okay. This should load up with pallets now. Yes. Fantastic. So we can start throwing pallets at this trailer and they'll load up nicely. We got a few thousand liters of honey to get rid of. If each of these is 500 liters, then you know you can see there's already a couple of thousand liters of honey on the trailer, and we'll have to tab over to the truck in a minute and just see how that's doing. Because it doesn't want to load from the back, that's fine. We'll load it from there. There we go. So let's load this up like this so that we can just sit it into the sell point, which we should be able to do just by turning in here. Yep, fantastic. Now we need to go back to the... No, that's the Tetra tipper. Where's the man truck? There we go. This is going to be a bit of multitasking because I do want to sell off as much as I possibly can in one go here. I don't know if the trigger fist is going to be big enough. In fact, I'm almost sure that I'm only setting off the pallets at the moment, so what I'm going to do in that case is take off the straps and just start throwing the honey at the sell point. I can leave it in the trigger like this and it'll be fine. You can see how quickly it empties out. Almost faster than I can get honey into it, it's gone. Which is great. There we go, that's sorted-ish. Yep, completely sorted. We'll now turn it into work position again and get the rest of the honey loaded in. Some of these are not going to be full, but that's perfectly fine. The important thing is that the honey gets sold off whatever way I can get it sold off. So this is the honey from the slow bees. And those two don't matter too much. There's also, should be, another pallet of honey. Bizarrely. And I know why it's over here. There should be another pallet of honey over here. Just kind of left abandoned in the middle of here. Yes, there is. There we go. So we can get this unloaded in a second. And then start loading up the... the cardboard boxes. Which you can see, these can be a bit finicky at times to get in. But the cardboard boxes are going to be going to the exact, well, pretty much the exact same place as the pallets did. Is there room for the truck to get out there? No. So we'll just move this over here and turn it off. I see you, honey. There. Gone. Good. Back to the man truck where we can just pull straight out here and run over some collisions that are there that I knew about. And now we need to get rid of... We're up to... We almost made a profit in this video just by changing trucks, effectively. Now this is set to pallets still, which is great. It'll be able to pick up the honey pallets. Not the honey pallets. The cardboard box pallets. And I think in episode 50 what I'll do is I'll finish that harvest there, hopefully. And maybe show off the equipment that we actually have on this farm. For the first time, it'll all be in one field, and it'll probably be field 15, because I'll probably need quite a large field to show everything off. So it's back to the industrial estate we go, for what could be the final time. I might need another run through, because there are quite a lot of box pallets over there. And in true Dave fashion, I've spun the truck out. I started Thornton by spinning stuff out, I might as well finish Thornton by spinning stuff out. It's just my thing, it seems. And the fence that we started with on this map is actually still in the map, which I'm kind of impressed that I didn't sell that at some point. So let's get this loaded up with pallets. I can see the problem here, by the way, is the pallets are actually loading on top of each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be smart about this and load this up as much as I can. Drive over with this still technically in auto load mode. And I'm going to need to make a second journey, I've just noticed. And because there's 3 more boxes over here. 3 or 4 more boxes over here. I'm going to have to make a second trip. Because that's this truck now full. Well, that's thrown a bit of a spanner in the works, hasn't it? I guess I'm the spanner. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get this back over to the shop, over to the sell point. In this mode, we're not, this is technically cheat mode, but because the paddles have come onto it in a weird way that doesn't technically work for them, it's gonna be the quicker and easier way to get the pallets all over there, without losing, I think, 2 or 4 of them. And we will hit the drop button, whoops, over at the sell point. Then kind of reverse our way in from there. So technically we need all of the 4 beacons on this on. It's only it's a relatively short journey realistically. But I guess it's an important one to get everything sold off. So we're up to £315,500. It's not a bad starting budget for the West Coast. It's going to get higher still, because we've still got probably £100,000 worth of boxes here. How did I reverse in perfectly the first time, and now this time I'm just making a hames of it? The first time was actually easy. This time I actually somehow managed to make it hard for myself. Okay, well, now unload. 2 pallets immediately fall off, which I kind of saw coming. Let's lock these down, because I just noticed they're trying to escape. And, one has in fact escaped, it seems. So just manually place this into the trigger. And these 3 will start selling off now. We're up to 321,000, 322,000. We've still got another full, possibly full load of boxes to go. We're not going to be short on money on the West Coast for a while, it seems, which is always good. It's going to give me freedom to buy a bit of extra equipment on there when if and when I need it. These pallets are selling slowly, but giving us lots of money, so I don't mind the slow sale of them. We're up to 330,000. It's probably going to be 350,000 by the end of all this. And all said and done. Maybe 360. Get a bit of a push. Perhaps. But, it's going to be sad leaving Thornton. I've got almost 120 hours in this save game. And episode 50, short of streaming it from time to time, is going to be the end of Thornton. I don't plan on doing any more videos on the map. I'll revisit in streams, potentially. But the next episode is going to be the last one. It's going to be the grand finale, and I have no real big plans for what to do. I have no celebration planned. One thing that I've realised we do need to do in the next episode, in the final episode, is sell off the wood chips, though. Because we just won't have time today. We'll get the final number for... Oh, good lord. This is going to be well over 350,000. We'll get the final number for the West Coast the end of the next video. Which, hilariously, might come out after the West Coast. Because as soon as the West Coast comes out, I'm going to be starting videos on it. So you might know the final number for West Coast before you see it in the video. In fact, this video might not be out until the West Coast is out. I am recording this week's set of videos in advance, in preparation for the West Coast not coming out, despite the fact that I actually expect it to be out at some point this week. I'm kind of future-proofing myself here, where if the West Coast were to drop on Tuesday, today being Monday, the West Coast were to drop tomorrow, yesterday for you guys, this video, well, yesterday for you guys I say, actually, if the West Coast drops Tuesday, or dropped on Tuesday, that's fine. I'll have West Coast videos up already before you guys have even seen this. But if it doesn't, I have a full week's videos recorded just in case. Now these videos will go live, or will be going live anyway. If you didn't notice, assuming I'm kind of talking in two ways here. Like, if the West Coast is out, you guys will know that these videos are going live anyway, because it's like Saturday maybe. And oh hey, look, there's a Thornton video from Dave because he had more Thornton videos to put out. But if the West Coast isn't out, then this is just going to be Wednesday's video and nothing seems out of the ordinary. Such is the fun of YouTube. You have to try and assume that both situations will simultaneously happen. You've got to live in Schrodinger's YouTube. It's, yeah, a fun situation to be in where you're recording videos that might never even go live. Because, like, Friday's video, that's literally just going to be a placeholder. Because if you think today's Wednesday, or is planned to be Wednesday's video in the situation the West Coast doesn't come out, Wednesday's video is episode 49, Thursday's video will be episode 50, Friday's video is going to be a random video that I haven't recorded yet, but I need to record just in case the West Coast isn't out by Friday. And that is one that will just get straight up deleted if the West Coast is out. It's just gonna be a placeholder in, you know, in that situation. And it's rare that I'll do that, but I feel like the West Coast is one situation where I need to do that. In fact, I can press Y, or X, Y, and... That was dumb of you, Dave. That was really dumb of you. Never unload while actually traveling at speed. Here I was thinking that the ratchet straps would take, you know, grab these and be like, hey, I got you, fam. Nope. X, Y, L. That was incredibly dumb of me. So let's get this back over to the sell point for the final time. We get a nice little tally for today's video of probably about £350,000. And we will call it after that. So let's get this around the roundabout. And what I'll do is I'll actually try and... You know what? In between this video, or finishing this video and recording the next one, I'm actually going to take a short break. Because I need to run and do something anyway. And I'm going to download the Black Sheep Modding big, huge, humongous trailer. Because that thing can hold 70,000 liters, and I've got I've got about 2 and a bit loads worth of that, worth of wood chips, and that's just going to make life easier for me, or to use that trailer. So we should, in theory, be setting off both the pallets and the yes, no, maybe. $346, 7, 8. $348,543. That's going to be our tally at the end of this video. In the next episode, we'll be selling off the wood chips and seeing what our final tally going into West Coast is going to be. I'm going to leave it here. I'll leave you by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on a Thornton Farm. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be back next time. Until then, stay safe and goodbye.